IM Elapudi. Shabri IM focus. Just came back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Thank you.
Cheese, doctor.
Making them global leaders.
Cake and then we can go to our rooms.
Right. Yeah. The wonderful things that you have done to the office.
We started to do something more.
I asked them to read a letter. A letter came from Canada from a doctor or from a patient.
We saw that the other
Daddy, what some feedback we got from the doctors. Listed and all the studies and we check us. We are charging 50%.
Yeah.
A very good afternoon and namaste to everyone who joined this session today. So welcome to the Leadership Connect session for Doctors Day 2026. So firstly, wishing all our doctors a happy Doctors Day. So every day we look up to our doctors in many ways as guardians of health for the care they provide and their commitment towards the well-being of our patients. So today is a day to acknowledge the importance and their contributions of our lovely doctors. Dedication and compassion are truly commendable and are to be celebrated by all. So we are going to be starting off this Doctors Day event with a special cake cutting of our beloved chairman, special cake cutting organized by the team here. So can we have the cake cutting now, please?
In this cake, I hope you all get a piece from here.
Chairman, sir, wishing you a very
But this
happy
is a
Doctors
small
Day.
token.
the best
Wow.
doctor in the whole wide world. In fact, in the universe. He's our whole universe.
Thank you. I
So-
think our doctors have made us
Wait, Daddy.
proud to be.
So celebrating the healer.
Now let us.
Here we go.
I'll Hari, read that letter.
Yes, ma'am. So we have a letter from a senior citizen who's currently visiting the US. So I'll just read it out now. So dear friends, we've been staying in Seattle, Washington for the past 2 months. My wife suffered from a severe respiratory issue when we left India. Considering her condition, we brought adequate supply of medicines with us. After using those medicines here in this, she had almost recovered. However, as our supply ran out, I became worried that her respiratory problem might recur during our trip. So I asked my daughters to schedule an appointment with a pulmonologist in Seattle. But my daughter was informed that we could not see a specialist directly. We had to consult a general physician first. So we were given an appointment for a week later, and that too via a video call. We spoke to the doctor on the phone for about 10 minutes and again the medications my wife had been using in India. He said he understood the issue and prescribed appropriate medicines, stating that we could pick them up from a pharmacy. However, when we inquired at the pharmacy, we were told the medicines were not immediately available and would take 4 to 5 days to arrive. We finally received the medicines on the 5th day. Surprisingly, the medicines were manufactured by Cipla and bore the label made in India. Even after a 50% discount through US medical insurance, we still had to pay an equivalent of 21,000 rupees. This means medicines costing just 2,500 in India cost a staggering 42,000 in the US. It took us 12 days to obtain medicines here that are readily available at any pharmacy in India. A week later, we received a bill of $283, approximately 23,000 rupees, for the doctor's consultation fee. Consider yourself to be fortunate to be living in India during your retirement years. We often look abroad in the search of a good life, but if we pause to think, certain everyday conveniences unavailable even to billionaires in London or New York are easily accessible to the middle class in India. So here are 7 examples showing that even the life of a common person in our country is a VIP lifestyle. Number 1 is democratization. While countries around the world spend over $50, which is approximately 4,000 rupees, a month for basic internet, we enjoy high-speed 5G data for just 300 rupees. We have the cheapest data in the world, so this is what a digitally formed economy means. The 10-minute doorstep delivery. Run out of ginger for your tea or out of milk, so place an order on Blinkit, Zepto, or the Instamart. And the item is in your hands before the water even boils. In Europe, by contrast, you'd have to put on a coat, walk 15 minutes in the cold to a store, and you wouldn't be surprised to find it's already closed. Number 3, instant healthcare. Need to see a specialist? You can go straight to the hospital. Need a blood test? A lab technician comes to your home as early as 6 a.m. to collect the sample, and the report arrives on your WhatsApp by afternoon. We don't face the 3-month waiting lists or the nightmare of insurance approvals elsewhere, even for trivial ailments. Number 4, human support system. Having people to help with house cleaning, cooking, driving isn't a luxury reserved only for the wealthy here. It is the backbone of middle class life. It offers something incredibly valuable, saves time. Number 5, the UPI revolution. From a 5 rupee roadside tea shop to a 50,000 rupees laptop. Everything is just a scan away. No need for wallets, no excuses like the card machine isn't working, and absolutely no transaction fees. In this regard, the rest of the world lags far behind us. Number 6, free little joys. No matter which restaurant you visit, you get a glass of drinking water for free, whereas elsewhere they charge you $5. There's an ironing man, chai wala right at the end of the street to take care of our instants. It's these little things that make life run smoothly. Social bonds, which is number 7. We don't live in a culture of legal notices and courts. We live in a culture of relationships. If we face a problem, a neighbor won't send a court notice. They're loving and send over some khichdi. So the bottom line, India is not merely a country. It's a wonderful world filled with conveniences at every turn. While people in Western countries spend half their lives doing everything themselves, from mowing the lawn to plumbing, the DIY struggle, in India, we have a service oriented lifestyle where we are constantly looked after. Here, we aren't just serving, there is a system that takes care of us at every moment. This Indian luxury is a reality that makes the rest of the world envious. So this is a message.
I just, I'm sure you are getting such letters constantly. I just got this mail, 1 hour ago. I thought you must hear what you have done for the nation and the world. 43 years ago, there was not healthcare. Everybody went, not everybody. Everybody had to go abroad to go, but very few, only 1 or 2% of the people. As I told the then Prime Minister, saying the powerful and rich, the president, the prime minister, and the rich people could go and have surgery with Dr. Denton Cooley, but others suffered and died because of no care. But I must compliment in the last 4 decades what you have done for healthcare. So you should be saying, I'm happy as a doctor. I've transformed the healthcare of the nation and made it as one of the best healthcare systems anywhere in the world, and made it, affordable. There are 4 things that from day one we wanted. Number 1, of course, the patient is first. We wanted clinical excellence. So our doctors, you all have done tremendously well. Each one of you from day one, We adopted whatever technology that was the latest at that time and gave the best to the patient. Today, after 40 years, in practically everything, I talk of cardiology because of as a cardiologist, I used to lose my patients because they couldn't afford to go to US for their surgeries. And today, we have done the largest number of cardiac surgeries in the world, thanks to Girnath and the people who have followed from all over hospitals across the nation. We're proud of not the numbers. The numbers who have reached the highest numbers in the world. But our outcomes are better than the best centers anywhere in the world. And as you said, the cost is not $90,000 for a bypass surgery. It's not even $9,000 for an ordinary patient. But outcomes are better than the best centers anywhere in the world. This is what you've done in each of your disciplines. They talked about the pulmonary physician. They talk about the transplant. 3 days ago, when I went to a hospital, a lady came 35 years ago. She had a renal transplant with her, and she's absolutely fine and having grandchildren. So I think this is in every single discipline I can go on to say you've done outstandingly well. So I have no words than to say you're a wonderful, wonderful doctor, and you made the profession proud of the outcome that you have done. It is not just the clinical outcome that you have done. It is, that patient had to get a call to speak to the doctor when they are on the phone. But you have given personal attention. You have given that care and compassion. Apart from your clinical excellence, you're given that care and compassion which patient remembers all the way. And this is where the entire system backed you up. And from day one, you adopted whatever the technology in your discipline was. Today, in surgeries, we've done the largest number of robotic surgeries, including robotic cardiac surgeries, so on and so forth. So I can compliment each one of you for the wonderful thing that you've done. But I think as we feel proud, and I'm sure the families are proud of the great work that you have done in every single discipline, including women and children. All your services that you have done for women and children is commendable. I think what I mean, I can go on bringing out the many, many outstanding things that you have done. And for the first time in the country, you have done what's been done anywhere in any center anywhere in the world. Adopted the technology used, so I have great love and compassion for what you have given for all the patients. God bless you for all of this. But I think we can't say we have done this and we are happy with what we are. We always look forward saying, what can we do next? From using a CT technology and first this one, we're now using proton. When cancer was a death sentence, we made it saying cancer is curable. So I think this is what we continuously do. Adopt the technology. AI is going to make a significant impact. We will do. There's another company in the US, in San Francisco, talking to us about flash technology, which is going to be 50 times more powerful than a proton. Instead of giving proton 21 days, using flash technology, you can give it for 1 day. And so I think this, what you have done is commendable in adapting the technology. I'm sure as days pass, you'll continue to give the very best for the patient and give them, the best possible thing that's available for him anywhere in the world. And continue this process of saying, I'll give it my love. I'll give it, with that, what the patient expects of me, not only to be giving excellent treatment, but give it with care and compassion. Please keep that up. And as we said, our future thing is H at H, health, happiness at home. To be able to achieve this, apart from keeping up the wonderful clinical work that you're all doing. We must now see how can we keep him happy by doing preventive health checkups. It's needed because you all know you are dealing with non-communicable disease, which is supposed to kill 80% by end of this decade. It's already 70% of the deaths are from non-communicable disease. And young people are dying from heart attack. Young people are getting, the diabetic complications. The strokes are occurring more frequently. Cancers are occurring even at younger age. So all of this, I think, is preventable. So we have done, we're proud that in the world, we're the first one we started health checkup way back before Apollo. 47 years ago, I did the first checkup called the Mass Health Checkup. Then we translated it to Apollo Health Check, which we have done over 20 million people. Now we're doing Pro Health, which is an advanced version of it, and then Pro Health then. So this is what you must advise your patient, so that they can detect early and cure thing, not die of cancer, not major complications, NCDs, which is which is the latest thing. Keep around the expenditure. The expenditure is supposed to be something like 3 trillion. Who can afford this money? But I am sure the health checkup will make a big difference. I want you to participate in all the programs, adopt technology, but keep up that great credit that you have done, that you have delivered care with care and compassion. I repeat many times because this is what patient remembers. He doesn't remember all that you have in the theater, how you 7 hours you worked to make him well. But he remembers only when he comes to the post-op, when he comes to the room, the kind words that you have said, and the love that the staff gave it. So keep this up. God bless all of you. I love you all. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because you have demonstrated to the world that you can be number one in the world. And the Prime Minister adopted, when I wanted him to declare India as a global healthcare destination, he agreed for this point and said, I want to call it a heal by India. Because Susruta 750 BC did the first technology and medicine. So heal India, heal by India. Government has already taken major steps. So this has all come from you. I didn't give my suggestion. It is a suggestion because you have achieved this. So achieved giving globally the best possible care, which is not available for people anywhere in the world. You saw that letter. It's not available for them. So you have done this. God bless all of you. I love you all. My special wishes to all your families. Because it is they who made you give this wonderful thing in spite of at all time. And all my special wishes to all of you who have done this outstanding thing, making India so proud of you, of what you have done. God bless all of you. Happy Doctor's Day. I hope you will get a piece of that cake to remember the wonderful things that you've done. I love you all.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing your wonderful wishes, and thank you for bringing world-class care to India. That's benefited so many people across the nation. Thank you so much, sir. So next up, I'd like to invite Dr. Preeta Reddy, Executive Vice Chairperson, Apollo Hospitals, to address the gathering. Ma'am, over to you.
Namaste. I really wish I was a doctor. It's always been one
You're a doctor, huh?
it's been one profession which I have loved, admired, and I have been lucky to have been the daughter of the most fabulous doctor in the whole universe. Chairman, thank you for leading the entire clinical architecture of not only the country, but the globe. So you're the best doctor. Having said that, I was just thinking this morning and I said, if I make a list of patients whose lives doctors have touched, it will probably go around the globe a few million times because, that's what you've done from the most urban location where there's higher standards of research to the remotest locations where, getting even a small syringe is hard. I think it's the doctors who fought tirelessly over the years. if we are enjoying the ecosystem, if we are enjoying the architecture of what healthcare has built, it has been because of the clinicians, not only in India, but all over the globe. And for that, I can only say that if we quantify the gratitude of all the people in the world over the years, it will probably go to billions, even more. And so I think we shouldn't even attempt to say how many thank yous, how many blessings all of you have as a clinician. The clinician is one of the privileged few who has a piece of God with them. And because of that, they become the torchbearers of a system where science meets compassion, where compassion really pushes the boundaries to touch lives, and where there are no boundaries due to ethnic or global conflicts. So, for that, your patients trust you, and they truly worship you, and there is no other word for that. So, thank you all for using the power with compassion and extreme care, tirelessly and 24/7, wherever needed. I love saying this, and I've been asked many times, and they say that in the world of AI, in the world of high tech, what happens to all your clinicians? And at that point, I say that our doctors, our clinicians, they give you a high touch, which high tech can never replace. And that is what you are. That is what you all are. And today, when I wrote this out, I really wrote it out from my heart. I did not use ChatGPT. So there's a huge disclaimer there. And I wrote it because we really love all of you. And I pray to God that may your tribe increase. May you all live healthy lives. And for your family members, your spouses, your parents, who allowed you to be such fabulous doctors and to push the boundaries constantly with so much of TLC, so much of care. Thank you to all of them also, because nobody achieves anything in a single space. You need the support. You need the support of the family, of the ecosystem to do it. And I would like to say that from the Apollo team, that you can count on our support to really push the boundaries, to give back to society, to give back to the patients who really come to you and care for you, because that is why we're all in this journey together. Happy Doctors' Day. Thank you for being part of the Apollo family, and we truly love you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for your lovely wishes, and thanks for highlighting that despite high tech, the care and compassion of our clinicians are always at the core of what we do. Thank you so much, ma'am. So next up, I'd like to invite Dr. Sunita Reddy, Managing Director, Apollo Hospitals, to address the gathering. Ma'am, over to you.
Namaste and happy Doctors' Day. Today I feel very privileged and very inspired. First, by the fact that, you can't choose your parents. We were fortunate to be the daughter of a doctor and to have a mother that combines both compassion and care. So I think we were blessed. We started off well. But there's so many things that, you may be blessed by God. But the rest of the journey is up to you. And that journey has been pioneering in many, many ways. So today, as we celebrate Apollo, I'd like to say thank you for making us number one, keeping us relevant in not just India, but in the rest of the world, because patients from 147 countries come to us. And they come to us because we have the pioneering spirit. We have the ability to take a risk, knowing that we're taking this risk for the sake of the patient, that we're putting our best foot forward, and every day we're doing something new. So let me start by saying we have many milestones to our credit. We were the first corporate hospital, or we probably raised the first investment in healthcare. We were the first to get patients from overseas into our hospital and do the most complicated cases in India. We were the first in terms of technology, whether it's proton, the 640 slice CT, or the, even the plain CT. I think, in terms of technology, Apollo was always the first. Most importantly, we were the first to bring doctors back to India. And I think this, Hari read out that letter earlier, but the ability to bring capital is one thing, but to bring doctors back is what is really lacking in today's India. Not just, in the medical field, we've been able to do that. But if you think of where we are in terms of technology, AI, manufacturing, we've not been able to bring back the best technicians, the best professionals. Otherwise, we would have had the Microsofts of India in India. But Apollo has been able to do that. And today, I would like to thank all of you doctors, because you are the ones who have made that possible to create a world-class health system in India. In today's India, while we look at we've increased the lifespan, I think we want to improve the quality of the health span. And that's why Chairman's focus on preventive healthcare is extremely important, not just for the rest of India, but starting at home with you doctors. We want you to stay healthy. We want you to stay well. We know that in today's world that, this is possible. Today you have so many tools at your disposal, whether it's technology, whether it's the CT, the MRI, the AI, the digital. You have everything that is required in terms of technology. In terms of cures, I think that, there's much more. There's so much that we've done. Yesterday, I spoke to a young doctor who wanted to go to the UK to study further. And he said, I spoke to my classmates in government colleges and AIMS, and they said what they read in textbooks, they're seeing in practice in Apollo. For this one thing, I would really like to congratulate you that you're able to translate innovation and bring it to clinical outcomes. That really matters. So thank you, and let us celebrate the greatness of the work that you do. I want to end by saying something about AI, because my younger the sisters from Hyderabad are the experts. But in today's world, AI is going to make a transformational difference, not just in terms of speed of diagnosis, but even in prompting cure protocols, but also in rapidly discharging patients and making nurses and doctors' lives easier. But Apollo should be defined, and doctors especially. Our theme was human intelligence, but I think authentic intelligence is what we need to bring the knowledge, the experience that you've had, and use it for the patients, and do so in a way that you do it with compassion, because AI cannot give you that compassion. That is what you can do. You can bring the knowledge, experience, wisdom, and treat patients with compassion. I want to end by one of my most favorite quotes. It says that, when a patient leaves you, they don't really remember exactly what you say. And in today's world, it's really hard to remember. They don't remember most of your actions, but the one thing they do remember is how you make them feel. So today, as we celebrate doctors, as we celebrate your healing touch, your healing spirit, let us also celebrate the ability to make humans not only feel better in terms of health, but feel better when they leave Apollo every single time. So God bless you and your families. Good luck with the rest of your journey. I'm sure it'll be as interesting as always. Namaste and thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking us through the journey of Apollo, highlighting the various milestones. Most important of all is bringing back doctors to India by creating such a wonderful ecosystem. Thank you so much, ma'am. So next, I'd like to invite Ms. Shobana Kamineni, Executive Vice Chairperson, for addressing the gathering.
No, you're unlock this now.
You're muted.
Thank you. Happy Doctor's Day, Dad. I couldn't call you and wish you. You're my number one doctor in everything.
Thank you.
With this thing. And I think that the more that everybody that you've lived that principle, and I've seen that in doctors at your behest. 5 years ago, we gave every doctor who is connected to Apollo Pharmacy, that's like some 7,000 doctors, we gave them the Hippocratic Oath. And I think that it's something that more than communication, more than anything, They loved it, and they've all put it up in their office because everyone wants that reminder about why you took this hard road, why you chose to become doctors, which is not the easy path, that you never let any of us, any of your 4 daughters become doctors because you said it's just way too hard. But instead you made us work way too hard and help you in the Apollo mission. But really, I think that the doctor's work never, what you say best, health has no holiday. And I think it's every one of you doctors that epitomizes that, because your phones are never switched off. You're always there to help us. Personally, I have been through so much, and Apollo has done so much. So I have a personal appreciation, I have a professional appreciation, and I have a world appreciation of what Apollo has done and what the doctors have done. So all I can say is that I've listened to my sisters speak, and it's all just been so inspiring, because I know that everything that we say comes from the heart. Big thank you to all of you. And I hope that you know that you're appreciated and celebrated every day. This organization has been built for you, around you, for you to just save so many lives that you continue to do. And I hope it's been such a meaningful journey. And for those who are fresh doctors and just joining, just let us tell you that this journey will continue forever. Thank you. Namaste.
Good.
Namaste. Since I know the age order, I'm just going to start before they announce. So, Hari,
can I now invite Dr. Sangeeta Reddy as the gathering?
okay. Namaste. First, to the very first citizen of Apollo, to our founder, our chairman, our inspiration, my dear father, a very, very happy Doctor's Day. You stand as an icon for every single doctor, and I've heard it so many times from other doctors, that you gave them not just an inspiration to create a path, you gave them a role model on how to treat patients, your unforgettable moments of how you are able to build a relationship with the patient so that by the last day you can sit on the bed next to them. I remember that so well. When Chairman does rounds, on the first day, he touches their feet, not only to show that I'm here with humility, but also he's checking their peripheral pulse. That's clinical excellence, compassion, insight, all put together. And then as he builds the relationship, by the time they're getting discharged on the 3rd or the 4th day, he can sit next to them on the bed, hold their hand and smile. And that is the feeling that MD was talking about. More than the clinical words, more than the great medicine and the complex names, is that feeling that we love you, we care for you, we're here for you, we are dedicating our lives to making people better. This is the power of Apollo. This morning, 9 nurses who were our first batch of nurses, very first batch in Hyderabad, came back all on the same day. One is in Dubai, 2 are in Kerala, 1 is in Singapore, 1 is in US, 1 is in UK. They all came back together. They planned this trip over the last 3 years. They wanted to see their alumni. They wanted to meet their doctors who gave them so much training. 2 of them had cared for my first son, who's today 27 years old and a doctor. They came back for this spirit. So it is true that we're witnessing one of the greatest transformations in human history. 43 years ago, you saw the healthcare field in India change because of Apollo. Today's transformation in human history is artificial intelligence. It's changing the way we diagnose. It's changing, robotics is changing the way it's redefining surgery, and genomics is unlocking the secret to life itself. But as I say this with great passion, great commitment, and I want to put Copilot and Claude into everybody's hand so that the power of the Apollo family grows by a power of X and non-linear growth. But in the middle of all this progress, I will say that one thing remains unchanged. No algorithm can inspire hope like an Apollo doctor holding a cancer patient's hand and saying, we will find a way to get you better. No machine can give the same comfort as an Apollo family member or an Apollo doctor interpreting that and using that robotics machine. And no technology on earth can replace the healing power of a compassionate doctor. So let us remember what Sushrita said more than 2,500 years ago. He said, he alone is a physician who combines knowledge with compassion. And to all our amazing Apollo doctors, starting with our chairman, a huge thank you for everything that you've done and what you continue to do. And I will end again with something the chairman says. I know the journey of Apollo is fantastic. There's so much more to do. Chairman and my sisters have spoken about it. I won't reiterate any of that. I will only re-emphasize the love, the power of our culture, the importance of what we do and how much we must continue to do more. And to remind you of the powerful thing the chairman said to a major cardiac surgeon on the occasion of his finishing 25,000 heart surgeries. He said, the power of your brilliant brain and the amazing dexterity and healing capability of your skillful hands becomes infinitely more when the passage from your brain to your hands goes through your heart. I say this to every Apollo student who's studying. I say this to every doctor when I get a chance. This is the magic power of Apollo, that the brain and the hand are connected through the heart. Let's continue to grow it because our patients need it. And honestly, now, reading the letter the chairman said and hearing some of the things which is happening at Apollo International and the impact we're having everywhere, the world needs us. You all are capable of amazing things. Let's rise to another level. Let us live up to the highest power of our potential and use this beautiful Doctor's Day as another day to rededicate ourselves, because remember that another reason why Apollo is so powerful is because not only we were started by a doctor for the patients, but we will continue to remember that we are the supporting infrastructure for clinicians that enable them to do their very best. That culture of the corporate being a support system to the power of the clinical prowess is another magic mantra of Apollo. Love you all. Thank you so much. So many people have so much to say, so I'm going to be brief, but you know that the continuous quest is a quest that makes our lives meaningful. Good luck. God bless you and happy Doctors Day. Namaste.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your continued guidance and for your support as always that shaped the way that we have delivered care to our patients over the years. So next up, I'd like to invite Dr. Anupam Sibal, Group Medical Director, to address our doctors and our family members.
Respected Chairman, the architect of modern healthcare in India, the amazing doctor and human being who brought us all together, Dr. Preeta Reddy, who constantly reminds us about tender loving care while not losing sight of our North Star clinical excellence. Dr. Sunita Reddy, who's been telling us to use our left and the right side of the brain and getting our mind and our heart to work together. Dr. Shobana Kamanini, who continues to inspire us with the scale, size, and speed at which she converts ideas into reality. And Dr. Sangeeta Reddy, who for 20 years has been saying bandwidth, bytes, and biology are going to redefine healthcare. And we see that today with AI and digital health. And she maintains that doctors who use AIs will become better doctors. Members of the Apollo family, happy Doctors Day. Chairman has always said we need to celebrate our doctors for their spirit, for their commitment, for their courage to enter uncharted territories, for their hunger to learn, and for their determination to do better today than they did yesterday. To all the amazing doctors who are a part of the Apollo family, from respected chairman to the stalwarts who've been with us for more than 4 decades, to the 24-year-old doctors who joined us last week, happy Doctors Day. When we look at our collective strength, it becomes clear that we will continue to lead the transformation of healthcare delivery in India and the region built on the 3 pillars of clinical, academic, and research excellence. We encounter patients in their moments of vulnerability, uncertainty, and their expectation from us is to offer hope and healing. Patients do not come to us with only their problems, they come with trust. We have so many amazing doctors who stayed a little longer, listened a little deeper, studied a little harder, and cared a little more, and in the process, enhanced this trust. Thank you for your contribution 24/7 into 365 days. In a world where you could have been anything, you chose to be a healer. Thank you for your incredible work. His Holiness, the Dalai Lama underwent a knee replacement at Apollo Delhi in early June. And we can draw inspiration from his words on a virtue that patients expect from their doctors more than ever before: kindness. His Holiness said, and I quote, "My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible." Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anupam Sibal. Thanks for sharing the wishes with our lovely doctors. So with that, we've come to the end of the Leadership Connect session for Doctors 2026. It was a privilege to hear all our leaders address our doctors and share their lovely wishes. So we have a lot of activities planned at the two units for our doctors. So I request all the doctors to take part in their activities and enjoy their special day. So before we sign off, I'd like to again wish all our lovely doctors a happy Doctors' Day. And thank you so much for joining this session. Thank you and take care. Bye.